Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Reborn podcast. I am your host, Tony Boutros, and as always, I am pumped to have you here with me. If you're new to the show, we dive deep into personal and spiritual development, entrepreneurship, and leadership because we believe that transformation is the key to living a fulfilled life. Today's episode is all about growth. More specifically, how we don't just go through things in life, we grow through them. Life is seasonal, and every season has a purpose. So if you've ever felt stuck, frustrated, or even lost, this episode is for you. Let me start with a quick story. A few months ago, I was in a season where nothing seemed to be going right. Business was slow. My personal life was in a rut. And spiritually, I felt dry. And this was probably late last year, late 2023. I kept asking myself, why is this happening? What am I doing wrong? In business, I was running in circles. I wasn't accomplishing anything. I was working 12 hours a day and not doing anything. I was, in my personal life, I just didn't have great relationships. In my spiritual life, I didn't really have a true bond with Christ yet. But here's what I've learned through that experience. Life isn't just something you go through. It's something you grow through. And once I shifted my mindset from just enduring to embracing growth, everything changed. I realized that life is seasonal, and each season, no matter how tough, serves a purpose. We all know that life has its ups and downs, right? But have you ever stopped to think about why that is? Because life is seasonal. Just like the natural world has spring, summer, fall, and winter, our lives have seasons too. And each season has its own set of challenges and opportunities. The mistake most of us make is trying to rush through the difficult seasons without realizing that they're necessary for our growth. It's like trying to skip winter because we hate the cold. But if you skip winter, you miss out on the spring that follows, the season of new growth and possibilities. Funny enough, in my story, it was physically winter. And then it came to spring when things did start to grow and possibilities started to open. In entrepreneurship, this is especially true. You might be in a season where nothing seems to be working. Sales are down, customers are leaving, and you are left questioning everything. But what if I told you that this season is preparing you for something bigger? What if this winter is exactly what you need to prune what's not working so that when spring comes, your business can grow stronger? One of the hardest lessons I've learned is that growth happens in the struggle. Think about it. Muscles grow by tearing down and rebuilding stronger. Plants grow by pushing through the soil to reach the light. And in the same way, we grow by pushing through our struggles. No pain, no gain. Here's the kicker. You have to embrace the struggle. Not just endure it, not just survive it, but truly embrace it. Because the struggle is where growth happens. It's easy to get caught up in the mindset of, why me? Or this isn't fair. Those thoughts don't serve you. Instead, ask yourself, what is this season teaching me? How can I grow from this? In my own life, I've faced seasons where I felt like giving up. But when I shifted my perspective and started seeing the challenges as opportunities for growth, everything changed. I started to learn lessons that I wouldn't have learned otherwise. Lessons about resilience, patience, and perseverance. And those lessons have not only shaped who I am today, but have also become the foundation of my success in both business and life. Another key lesson in growing through something is the power of patience. I know. Patience is not the sexiest topic, but it's crucial. Patience is about trusting the process and understanding that growth takes time. You don't plant a seed today and expect a tree tomorrow. It takes time, nurturing, in the right conditions. In entrepreneurship, patience is often a difference between success and failure. I've seen so many people give up just before their breakthrough because they couldn't wait out the tough season. They were too focused on immediate results, not realizing that the seeds they planted needed time to grow. Here is a truth bomb for you. Okay, here's a truth bomb for you. Patience is not passive, it's active. It's about doing the right things consistently, even when you don't see immediate results. It's about showing up every day, putting in the work, and trusting that in due time, you will reap the harvest. I've heard Alex Hormozi say, patience is finding what to do in the meantime. This applies to every area of your life. Whether it's your spiritual walk, your relationships, or your business, this season you're in right now might be challenging. But if you're patient and keep nurturing your growth, you'll come out stronger on the other side. So how do we practically apply these lessons in our lives? Here are 3 takeaways. First, recognize the season you're in. Don't rush it. Don't fight it. Understand it. Each season has its purpose, and by recognizing it, you can better navigate it. Second, embrace the struggle. Remember, growth happens in the hard times. It's going to be a tough one to hear, but don't just endure. Actively seek out the lessons that your current season is teaching you. And I would go as far as saying actively seek out hard times. If you're not going through something, you're not growing through something. And third, practice patience. Trust the process. Stay consistent. And don't give up. The seeds you plant today will become the harvest you reap tomorrow. Life isn't just about getting through the tough times. It's about growing through them. And when you do that, you'll find that even the hardest seasons have been preparing you for something greater. That's all for today's episode of the Reborn podcast. I hope you found value in these insights and that they help you navigate your current season with a new perspective. Remember, you're not just going through something, you're growing through it. And that growth is what will ultimately lead you to the life you are meant to live. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and leave a review. Your support helps us reach more people and spread this message of transformation. Until next time, stay strong, stay patient, and keep growing. I'm Tony Boutros, and this is the Reborn podcast. Take care, and God bless.